We're engaged!
I have never felt home.
We've never actually done a sit-down video in our new flat, which is not so new anymore because we've been here for a year now. Why not use this opportunity or have our first sit-down in the apartment that we love to talk about the topic that we love?
We knew we want to be engaged. We always talked about it, and I mean, I was looking forward to it, or we were looking forward to it. So we knew that we will eventually.
Yes.
But we never said like, you will propose or I will propose. We just said whenever the first person will propose, that's it.
Yeah. So for being the one who proposed first right now, I couldn't have known whether Sarah was planning something or is already planning something as well, but just had something else in mind. She could have wanted to propose at the same time, you know, like there were a lot of things that could have happened. It just so happened that I was the first one. But we both said we want to propose and we want to be proposed to. So yes, I do want to be proposed to as well.
Yeah, and I want to propose.
For us, we really wanted to have this surprise factor, although we have been talking about everything.
It's still a huge surprise.
Yes.
And it's still such a difference, for us at least, to be engaged.
Yeah.
Or it feels different. I don't know, it's just like...
It's the next level.
It's the next level. It just is.
Yeah. Let me start by telling all of you what went into my thought process. When was like the time where I was like, okay, I know I want to do it now, or I want to do it in the next couple of months, because of course this whole process took a while. I do remember when we did our sit-down video, I think it was the last sit-down video in the old apartment, talking to our 30-year-old self. We were like, are we engaged? Have we gotten married yet? Da, da, da. And I pretty much felt it in my heart that next year is going to be the year. Already when we were sitting down and go, we're going to be engaged, and in my mind I was like, I pretty sure think we will. And really starting to look into rings and starting to do the real planning. I think it started in December, January of last year. Because then I was really like, okay, I think this feels right. It's going to be our 5-year anniversary. I don't want to wait anymore. I want to call this woman next to me my fiance. So I looked into rings. That was, I think, one of the first things. I wanted to be sure to find the perfect ring, because I knew, or I was pretty sure, I was not going to find the ring here in Germany. I really wanted to look for something else, which is usually better found in America, Canada. The way rings are made, that the designs and how people like their rings there is really different to the standard rings here in Germany. And that's when I went to this site called Evorden. I really like their style. They do, I would say, ethical accessories, because I cannot say the other word. And even if I found a ring where diamonds were included, like just little ones, which happened to be with this ring that I found, I knew that they are going to be ethical, and
that's important for me as well.
I bought it in May. I have a picture that the second I hit buying.
Have I seen it?
I'm not sure.
No,
Maybe
I have to show you.
And I think around the time when I was sure I'm going to get the ring, I had to plan the proposal itself. Like, how do I want to do it? How can I lure her somewhere where she like feels comfortable and pretty, but doesn't get a hunch of anything? So
I always told her that I really want to be surprised.
Yes, and it's hard. Let me tell you how hard it is to surprise this woman. I have failed so many times, and it's brutal.
God, it's brutal out here.
You have to be careful how you behave. You cannot leave anything. Oh, of course you cannot in general, but with her it's especially dangerous. For months my phone didn't show any notifications for when I get messages. My laptop was muted for emails, and emails wouldn't show because I was just too paranoid. My plan involved a photographer that we really love and cherish. The lucky thing for me is that in the last months, or especially last year, a couple of times photographers had reached out to us before.
Especially during this time.
Yeah, that was pure luck. That was pure luck. I was really happy that this happened because I could use it. So I talked to her, I reached out, I told her everything I wanted to do. She got so excited with me, which was amazing. And we crafted this plan. I think she already reached out to us around the time when I got the ring.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I didn't want to do the shooting until June. So we were just like casual, like bringing her into the picture. Where I wanted to do the shooting, I came to the decision that I wanted to do it at this one beach here in Hamburg, which is kind of like special to us. It has been where we celebrated anniversaries, where we spent a lot of family time with our dog and just precious times that we really enjoy. So I thought, oh, this beach in Hamburg, the city where we met, where we started this life together, this family together, this felt right. So of course I needed good weather, and I thought
which
maybe,
is hard.
Yeah, which is hard even in summer. And I learned how hard. I didn't want to focus too much on a date, but of course I had to plan something with the photographer. So we planned for the 21st of June because I thought 21st of June 2021 could look really cute. Of course I did happen to be really focused on that date and everything that happened with that date. When I saw something, I was like, oh my god, it's meant to be. Spoiler, it wasn't meant to be. The ring arrived in the beginning of June. I had sent it to a friend, went to my friend's house and got the package. And then that was the time when I saw the ring for the first time in real life, because I wasn't able to go into a store and really like look at everything. So I got really excited and it was amazing seeing the ring for the first time. I felt this like, I didn't even know I would get emotional, you know, until it happened, and I was like, oh my god, you're going to make someone really happy, because I felt like, yeah, I made the right decision. I also involved my best friend from way back, from my hometown. I really wanted her to be there and maybe film a little bit. I told her, you can just grab a phone. I just wanted to have this moment captured anyway. The way she did it like exceeded everything. But okay, I was so happy. She was all in. She got so excited with me, and in hindsight I'm really happy that I did that, because I even thought of excluding her from everything, because I thought, oh, then I can share it with her afterwards as well. But in this scenario it was really good that she was there. Then the 21st of June approached, and the weather before that was perfect. We had like a heat wave. It was just sunny and warm. But then of course on that day it rained. It was the shittiest weather ever. And it's funny because I thought, oh, I really love that date. I really fell in love with it. So I was like, oh, should I just do everything 1 month later to still have the 21st? But then I was like, no, I'm ready now. I want to do it. I got pumped for months. And I was like, no, I'm just going to wait. The next date that is possible, we will just do it. And so it happened that the perfect date was indeed the 21st of July. What did we do?
I thought we were going to the beach to have a photo shooting with our favorite photographer, and I was so excited, but I had no idea that Koki will propose. Like, no idea. Beforehand I was not feeling myself. I was like, I don't feel beautiful. And I freaked out. I was like, no, this cannot be happening right now. I don't want her to feel uncomfortable. This is not right. I don't want her to look back and be like, oh no, that felt so crappy. So I was like, I really meant it. I was like, should we cancel? And I was like, I was like, you cannot cancel. It's so nice of her to even ask us. There was like this second I thought, oh my god, imagine she would propose to you and you wouldn't feel beautiful. But it was gone again, because it was immediately gone again. Like, I had it, I thought about it, and I was like, no, she's not even nervous. I would know. I would notice. I was shitting my pants, honestly, because I had this plan, like after the shooting and after the proposal, that I would take her to a nice hotel, have a nice view over the harbor in Hamburg. And so I needed to get some things packed without her noticing. So some things, like
from her skincare and everything that she needed in the morning, I had to take like milliseconds before we went, and we had to eat something, and I didn't really feel like eating, but I knew she would notice that I'm not eating, and she was like, why isn't she eating? So I was like,
you insisted.
Yeah,
on
I
eating
insisted.
something.
Yeah, because
beforehand.
she didn't know that we wouldn't come back home. She was like, let's take a selfie together. And I remember taking the selfie and my hand was still shaking because
At that moment, I liked what I see in the mirror again, so I got over myself.
I hope that she doesn't feel me shaking or anything,
And I
because
didn't.
it got really into my head. But it worked out.
We are on our way and we get out at the bus station, and you have to walk a little bit to get to the beach. In that moment, when we get off the bus, a car came directly to us.
It was the only car there.
And it was Susie's car, like
Our photographer.
our photographer's car. And I didn't know, but Flo was sitting there as well, Cocky's best friend.
Yeah, so
And
I
she
was freaking
Yeah, and she said, Flo said later on that I looked into her eyes. I didn't. I didn't see anyone.
And for me, it was panic mode, because the plan initially was...
You saw the guy, you knew, right?
Yes, maybe because I had a feeling that this could happen. Because initially the plan was that they should have been at the beach way before we arrived, so that Susie has time to check it out and that my friend can hide. So of course, because Sarah didn't know that Flo was in the city, so she shouldn't have seen her. And then I saw that one car, I saw my best friend sitting in there, and I was like, shit, first, even if she saw just Susie, she would want to wait for her.
Yeah.
And then I was like, no, this cannot happen, so she cannot see her. And if she sees Flo with Susie in a car, it's done.
Don't hit me.
So the second I saw that her eyes were in the same direction as the car coming,
She stumbled into me twice. I was like, Cocky, we have to go to this direction, because she was like
And I was
stumbling
like,
in
oh,
this direction. And I was
I didn't even know what to say.
But sometimes, and when I say sometimes, I mean often, Cocky stumbles. She just does. It's not like untypical for you.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like,
true.
I was just like, oh, my
my clumsy little girl, yeah.
So then we went down the hill, and I put on some lip gloss,
And I tried to be really casual and cool, and as if
And I was
nothing
like,
had happened.
do you want some lip gloss as well?
I was like, yeah, of course, oh yeah, that would be nice.
And so I hold my phone for her so she could see herself, and her hand was shaking. It was shaking so bad, and I was like, are you okay?
And I was like, shit! No, because I knew she saw it and I could not stop it. She knows I'm nervous. What am I going to do? And then she's like, are you like nervous? Like nervous, excited that we're going to have this shooting with Susie?
Yeah!
I was
That
like,
completely sense to me.
yeah, whatever you say.
I know, hearing all of that, you may think, why didn't you think that she's about to propose to you? It's a photo shooting, she's nervous. But in that moment, I had no idea.
So then we met up with Susie, and I was like, okay, what's my friend going to do now? How is she going to do that? There's not many people at that beach, which was amazing.
Yeah.
We had it
The
basically
weather
to
was
our
nice.
The
It was
weather was
so
nice, but
great.
not too hot.
Yeah.
Not too many people were like drawn to it. And then we just started with the shooting. We had 2 outfits, so that my friend also knew when we would put on the dresses that this is the time where it's going to happen. And I had told her that I will go back to our bag alone. I had like told Sarah something. I had made something up because I didn't know how to bring the little ring box with me without being suspicious. And I had this analog camera, which I always put just in a beanie. So on that day I put the ring box with the camera in this beanie, and I just told her, oh, we never have cute pictures with the analog camera. I will just ask Susie.
And she asked me like, do you think it's okay if we ask her? And I was like, yeah, sure,
Yeah,
of
sure,
course.
do it. I was like, yeah, great. So, and then of course Susie knew that this was the cue as well, because I wanted her to be the one to look at the scenery and be like, oh, now could be the perfect timing. Get your camera and get your cameraman, get the ring. And it was so funny because my friend, obviously she had to be like a ninja and hide in the bushes, and I don't know how she did it, but she did it so well. And there was this couple helping my friend, which is just so amazing. So this couple was there and telling Flo everything, like how we were like posing and dancing and what we were doing, and if I was going to the back, you know, and then they were like, oh, she's going now, and it's so funny. It's amazing that they helped as well.
Yeah.
Then I got really nervous. The beach was kind of wet because of the tide. We had to put our bags a little farther away than I had anticipated in my mind. Too far to be this excited to have your ring box in your hand and not wanting her to see anything.
And I wanted to go with her.
Yeah,
too.
no.
I was like, okay, we'll join you.
I was like, no,
Getting
it's
you a
fine.
camera.
It's fine. Go, stay here.
So Susie already saw Flo coming out of her hiding place. And so she was like, look at all the pictures I've already took, and showed me some pictures. And I was like, oh, nice, because she saw Flo
Because she was also far away and she had to
with
get her. So Susie was distracting Sarah, but they were still like, when you guys are me, they were standing like this so that they could directly look at me whenever I would move. And I hadn't anticipated that as well. So I was like, shit, I cannot just walk with that ring box. She will see that I don't have the camera. I probably could have, but in my mind I was like, I cannot do that. She will see it before I have the chance to just be next to her and get on one knee. So I took the whole camera with the beanie and the ring box, but I had the ring box in my hand. And I walked there and I was like coming closer, and I was like, shit, what do I do with the beanie now? I have to get rid of it. So I just placed it in the wet ground.
Which is so
Weird
because this camera is Cocky's baby. She would never put it on the wet ground, even in the beanie.
Yeah.
And it made no sense to me. And I was like, you can, Cocky, you can put it over there. And she didn't. She just had this tiny black thing in her hand. And I say thing because I thought, what's that? Is it the camera lens? And you never took it off, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, what is it? And then you got down on one knee, and I was like,
Yeah, and that was the second where I realized that she really had no idea. You needed to see her face. She was really like, you can put it there. Like everything dropped. She couldn't believe, like you could really see like everything is happening right now. And it was the most amazing feeling because I went down on one knee. I said Sarah. I looked at her. I was like, it's
you didn't say Sarah. You said
Sarah. Yeah. Of course, I had certain things in my mind that I really wanted to tell her. I didn't want to write something down or be too prepared. So I had certain things that I went over and over in my mind because I was like, these are the things I want to tell her before I ask her. And I'm glad I did that because when I saw her reaction, when it really sunk in that it's happening now, I was like, Sarah, and then like everything got like, I get so emotional, and then I just talked like this. The duration. Higher. Get as many words out as possible.
And I don't remember anything. What I remember is, of course, the feeling and that you said incredibly beautiful things. But right afterwards, I had no idea. I was so emotional, shaking.
Yeah, everything
jumping,
happened at the same time.
Like 1,000 feelings in one moment.
Yeah. And then I asked her if she wants to marry me, and she was like,
Yes,
of course. It took us a while until I finally showed her the ring, even because we were just so much in our emotions.
And I didn't even really see it. I just looked at you, you know? I didn't really see the ring.
Yeah. And then she looked at the ring and she was like, oh my god, it's perfect.
It really is.
There was so many like precious moments, just celebrating, just being in these emotions, seeing Sarah change from shock to euphoria to like a good disbelief, like this kind of no way.
I don't know. My jaw dropped so many times.
Yeah.
Like every few seconds I was like, and I was like, oh my god. And I was crying again, and then I was happy jumping again, and then I was like in disbelief again. It really felt like an out-of-body experience for us, for both of us. It was just the most magical, perfect moment or evening, because I wouldn't say it's only the moment, you know? Like,
yeah, everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
It's like one of the best things that ever happened to me.
Yeah.
So emotional, so important, and I just love it. I just love it.
Yes.
I love everything about it.
Yeah. You would think that I must have felt more prepared already for these feelings and how this would turn out, but it exceeded everything, and I could have not been prepared for that feeling afterwards, for the emotions, the euphoria, and everything that came with it. Everything was like, it felt like the cherry on top, but there came another cherry, and another cherry. It didn't stop. It was crazy.
Yeah, we were jumping a lot.
Yes, and it's so funny when we say, oh, it felt like floating and out of body experience, and we were not really
because
here.
we were jumping the whole time.
When we saw the pictures, I'm not sure if I'm on the ground for like a quarter of the pictures.
Yeah,
we are flying. We are really flying in every other picture. We're like not on ground, not on Mother Earth. We're somewhere else. It's so funny. I love it. It really is. And we just had some music on, not even like music that meant something to us, just for the vibe, and we were just like dance. It was perfect.
And then Susie was so kind. She drove us to our hotel. I don't know. We were in the what?
In the 19th floor.
19th.
That was also, they upgraded it for us, which was just, it was like the cherry of the cherry of the cherry of the cherry, because there are like these little notes that you can leave. And I didn't even say, please let us be on the highest floor, I want to have the best view. I just said, it's going to be our engagement. I want to end this day in a special way with my fiance. And if we can get like a really nice room with a nice view, I would be really grateful. And so they just looked at us and be like, we upgraded you. And then it was like,
and it was
the
nice.
19th floor,
the nicest
like a corner room, like huge. And I don't think it was a normal room for what I paid. I'm really sure. I'm really
you
sure.
can see the whole harbor, and then you can, like, the moon was up.
It was a full moon, or like almost a full moon. It looked crazy.
We talked about everything. Like,
Yeah, finally I could talk
tell
about
you
everything.
everything, you know? I think we got up around 6 in the morning. We were so excited, and we were like looking at each other and then talking about it again, and we fall asleep again for an hour or something.
Yeah.
The view was still stunning
In the morning.
It just looked completely different, and then we went to our favorite cafe in Hamburg.
Yeah, to eat breakfast.
Which
Which Sarah couldn't really eat because she was too excited.
And this is like a first timer for me, because when I'm sick, when I'm sad, when I'm tired, when I'm lonely, I can always eat.
Especially breakfast.
Everything, like every bite was too much, because I was like, oh, look at my hand, look at we're engaged, oh my god. Yeah, I just love it. And I love every moment since. It just entered a deeper level for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's perfect, right?
Yes.
That's it. That's the story of our engagement.
Yeah.
This is just really special for us. I still love it to put on the ring. I can't stop talking about it. I can't stop talking about it.
Yeah.
Everyone is probably already sick about it, but
sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, no.
And it was also really special to share it with our loved ones. For the most part, it was magical.
Yeah.
I think one of the next videos will also be some of the reactions of our loved ones. We can watch these videos over and over and over.
And cry.
And yeah, we can
Every
still get
single time.
emotional. It's
I could
beautiful.
show it to my mom, and she cried as well, and it's so nice to share it.
And to see who's in our corner and what amazing people we have there, and how they cherish these moments with us.
Yes, that's it. That's our engagement.
Yeah. If there's still something you're curious about or you want to know, we always like to share little bits and pieces on our Instagram as well. So if you don't already, you can follow us there. You're invited to see our journey, or if you have like a cute proposal story you want to share, you're very much welcome to share in the comments.
You have to, honestly.
Yeah. And if there's anywhere we can see some pictures or videos, or you have shared something, let us know.
You have to.
We need
again.
Yeah. So
I need this in my life.
Yeah.
And I can't find new ones. I only see things that I've already watched, and I want to see new. So
yeah, please. We love you. Thank you for everyone who's here, who's watched this video, has watched other videos, who's with us on this journey, and be excited for the next things to come. We are.
Bye.
The best thing